Hey guys, welcome back to Liminal Period. It's your girl, Chun-Li Shadi. I know we've had conversations around who should pay for the first date, but what are your guys' thoughts as far as ongoing dates? Well, I came across a conversation on Joy Taylor's podcast where they were having a conversation about just that. One of her friends felt like she was stiffed by a bill because she had to pay for it. But anyways, I'll let Joy Taylor tell this story, so let's get into it.
For my birthday, I want to know what's on your mind.
It's happened. It's happened, birthday girl Taylor.
What?
It has happened. As with anything in life, it will eventually reach your doorstep. Now, it didn't come inside my home, but it got close to a friend of mine's home. It was in their home. The splitting the bill conversation. What do we do? The men, do we pay for the men? When do we pay for the men? It has happened. It broke my heart. Because, Taylor and I pride ourselves on these not being our problems. And to be clear, they still are not my problems. But a friend of mine was on her dating journey.
Okay.
And she went out with a man twice. They had lovely dates. He paid for everything, wined and dined. Okay. 2 dates. On the third date, they spent a day together. Ordered a bunch of things, had some drinks, had a good time. Really long day. So pretty significant bill. Let's call it a couple $100.
Okay.
Because she had to put her card down for this particular place. So when they went to pay, he was like, your card is down.
I wonder if she had to put her card down during the reservation process, meaning she chose the place and made the reservations. Because why else did she have to put her card down? But regardless, Joy Taylor had already said he had already taken her friend out on 2 previous dates, wined and dined her, paid for everything. So on the third date, what is the issue as far as her paying? She said it was a couple $100. And again, I understand money is hard to come by and everything, but Joy Taylor is a celebrity. She's a sports host. And so I'm assuming her friends and the people that she associates herself around are also going to be women that are making 6 figures. So a couple $100 for them is not going to break the bank. So I'm like, what is the issue right now?
And now she didn't speak up.
Okay.
And ended up paying for the bill.
As she should.
They had plans for another date. He texted her the next day and was like, hey, I had a great time with you, but, I don't really see a long-term future with you. And so I don't really want to waste, either of our times. I think you're great, but
he probably,
I don't want to, keep our date for next week that we had planned.
And honestly, he probably did that because he saw that she hesitated as far as paying for the bill. He probably read the fact that she was uncomfortable and expected him to pay for the bill despite her card being down, because I'm assuming she made the reservations because she picked out the place. I've heard this story so many times from friends of mine where it's like, oh yeah, the girl, she wanted to go to the movies or she wanted to go to this concert, but she expected him to pay for the tickets. But okay, keep going.
Which I think is very respectable. Most people just ghost.
Yep.
So, whatever. So she's talking to me about it. She's like, but he did, stick me with the bill.
What do you mean stick you?
What are you talking about, stuck you?
Yeah, exactly.
How did you
exactly.
leave? Hey, she's like, oh, I just froze. So, I was like, just text him and say, oh, okay, well, cool. Thank you for saying that, whatever. Had a great time, too. It's 3 days. It's not the end of the world. I mean,
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But, here's your split for Saturday.
Why would you even suggest that? What the hell are you talking about? You guys had a good time. You guys were planning on seeing each other again next week. Why are you sending him his half of the date?
The possible way he thinks that she's just paying for his presence.
Yeah, at minimum, just a split. Just can you send me your split?
If
the
Taylor
minimum
dinner, we split the bill. We just we got credit cards.
Split it.
Split the bill. That's it. And then we go about our day because Taylor ate and I ate, and that's it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Did she not eat the first 2 dates? When he wined and dined, was he wining and dining himself and just her presence was there? Or did she also pay for those bills? I'm confused. What are you talking about when you and Taylor go out to eat? You guys both put your cards down because you ate, she ate, as simple as that. Did she put her card down the first 2 times? No, according to your story. The hell?
This is not complicated. He got upset, did not send her the split, and in fact went and sent her the receipts for the last 2 dates.
As he should. Yeah, honestly, and he shouldn't send her. If that's how she feels and he sends her the receipt for the first two, you can deduct whatever the hell you think I owe you from this third date. Because if I'm going to, he's lowering himself to her
like,
level.
I got the last 2 dates, so this one's on you.
This one's on
Exactly.
you. 3 dates. Now
Okay.
listen.
I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna let you.
No.
Go
What are your
ahead.
thoughts? What are your thoughts?
So it's tough because I just already think this, like, who pays for what with the dates is so just like, I just like don't even always even have a point of view on it because it just feels so ridiculous. And my honest answer is I see both sides of these things. Like, I see him saying I paid for like 2 of the dates.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it was your turn to pay for the date. I believe in splitting things. I'm not saying that
Then
a
why-
woman doesn't need to be wined and dined. Like, if a
Didn't she say earlier that splitting was the minimum? Splitting was the minimum?
man is courting you, there's a part of taking you on dates and making you feel good and important and beautiful, making you feel taken care of. When I'm going on these dates, like, I am expecting that aspect of it. That's not what I'm saying. But
Okay.
if you are no longer going to be dating a person and you already paid for 2 dates, the idea of feeling as though you need to, show your love in that way kind of diminishes once you're no longer going to be dating that person.
Right, but he didn't pay for his half.
She didn't pay for her half.
I'm
the
just
first
saying
2
he
times.
would say, well, she didn't pay for her half.
Exactly.
Right, but the halves that she didn't pay for were with the intention of the courting and the taking care of part.
Right.
They had another date planned. Did you miss that? Like, you are the one telling the story. You're the one telling the freaking story. You said they had another date set up for next week. So there were intentions. He didn't text her till the next day. And like I said, that's why I think the reason why he's canceling this date is because of this whole splitting of the bill thing. He realizes that she is not someone that is going to reciprocate. She is not going to be someone that is going to be appreciative of the things that he does for her and show the love back. You know what I mean? Like, that's why some of these guys think that women are out there to take advantage and go on these foodie dates. Because as soon as he cancels, you send him his bill. How many times do you think a guy goes on a date with a girl and it leads to nowhere? So many times. And that's why these guys are starting to drizzle. Like,
But I'm saying now, but you're saying, but why is she paying for his?
Correct.
because they
Yes,
planned on
and
the
that I
4th
agree with.
date.
That I
And
agree
even
with.
this date,
See, exactly. She agrees with it. That's why I said earlier. Like, she says she understands both sides, but at the same time, at the end of the day, she agrees with the woman and she agrees with the fact that, oh, yeah, you paid for the 3rd date. He doesn't want to see you anymore, so split that one.
he asked for. Like, he asked her out. So
Yeah.
even this date was your plan.
Was it?
So when he sent the
you
receipts,
put the card
and she
down.
was like, I'm just asking you to pay for your half, which is very fair and like something I would also do. Like, you need to at least pay for your side. What did he say?
So after, I don't know, after they sent the receipts, everyone's been blocked and we've all moved on with our lives. But I guess my shock is one, like, the men are actually out here doing this. And I owe an apology to the girlies because I have been dismissing your experience, and that's wrong of me. And as much as I like being right, I can admit when I'm wrong. I did not think the men were actually in real life out here doing this.
I thought this was a myth.
I thought it was a myth. I thought
This was
something
like Bigfoot or like Loch Ness Monster.
where's the
Yeah.
evidence? And we would have seen this if this was happening. And I have to apologize to the girls out there. I did not know that the men were out here moving like this. and it's I just couldn't absorb that this actually happened because
No, for
this
sure,
man is
for sure.
not broke, okay, by any means whatsoever.
Okay.
And you're
He-
not
he has
either.
money,
You guys
he has
aren't
a
broke.
Good job.
That's the thing. You guys aren't broke either. Like, what is the problem? If you guys are both financially established, you guys are both financially stable, and it's now your turn to take on the bill. Like, why is that such a big deal?
All accounts is just a normal man out dating in the world. Like, nothing.
Mhm.
He doesn't need to be fed. Like, He doesn't need a roof over his head, any of these things. So there's just no actual natural built-in excuse for this other than, I guess the roles have changed. I guess the men are out here moving like this. And I'm cool with this, actually. I'm with Taylor. Like, I will split the bill. I will pay for the bill. When we're together. If we're together, we're together. Like, you don't need to pay for everything I do. Of course
during
not.
the initial process, I don't know.
Because this is my opinion about this. And again, everyone can move how they want to move. I don't need to aspire to this. This is my experience. I want you to listen to me. I don't have these problems. My male friends pay for me.
Yeah.
Men who take me out pay for me. Business people pay for me. It's not a flex. It's just the life I live. And then I pay for people, and I pay for my male friends, and I pay for my girlfriends, and I pay for myself, and I pay for my man. It's just money, okay? But I understand that that's my experience.
So what is the issue with you paying for the man right now in this circumstance? Like, you literally just said, I pay for friends, I pay for guys. What is the difference with him at this point?
You start telling me how I need to move, I already move like this. And I do. Okay? I guess I'm just like, if we're going to change the gender roles, like if we're going to bend these, which I'm for, I'm with it.
Yeah.
We can't keep talking about women like this. Y'all out here doing the same thing. You can't do it. We can't do it. We can't be talking about these women are scamming for meals. Y'all are scamming for meals. I can't do it. We have to keep the same energy, guys. I'm with it.
Just going back to what she said, like, I am completely okay with splitting the bill. You don't need to pay for everything I do once we're together. So I'm assuming she's talking about once in a committed relationship, she does not mind splitting the bill. Okay. But during the dating process. But I think the issue is, and I feel like this is a very valid issue, is that a lot of times during the dating process, like, what is your intention as a woman allowing this man to pay? Like, are you also going on these dates with the intention of it leading to a relationship? Because most women are not. They're going to spend time. They're trying to find entertainment. They're looking for something to do on a Friday night. And that's it. So are you actually marriage-minded or relationship-focused as you're going on these dates and allowing this man to pay for it? Or are you also dating around, as in having 2 or 3 guys that you're rotating? These guys are going to be at a loss, like financially, like literally a financial loss, because they're never all going to be in a relationship with you. They're all never going to be able to clap those cheeks, most likely. So again, at what point should a woman who is just dating a guy start to reciprocate the generosity that she's been receiving?
If y'all want to be kept men, okay? If y'all want to be wined and dines, please believe we have to act the same. We have to act accordingly.
My true, honest reaction when I hear these things is I cannot imagine dating anymore. It's a thing that I can't imagine. I can't imagine being out here in these streets anymore. I can't imagine not just having found the person, because these stories are like,
Taylor, I'm telling you, like, we have had, you and I have had
never
these
want to be
conversations.
single again.
You and I have had these conversations. Like, I can't believe these things are happening. And again, I can't say it's an outlier situation because this is clearly happening. But I want to, just encourage people that there are men out there who are not doing this. I assure you.
Totally.
But that's how I would have played it. One, I would have asked, am I paying for this? Which is fine, but we're not dating anymore. And the thing about it for me is, like, it's not about...
For them, it's a deal breaker if she had to pay for it.
I can pay for it, or your expectations are to pay for it. For me, my time is literally money. So if you're on my schedule, you're on my calendar, which I have an assistant that manages, that time slot is either for rest and relaxation. It is for my friends who have already been vetted as fun and valuable to my life. It is for my family, or it is for money. So if you're not in any of these categories, which you haven't fit in yet, then it's money. Like, so you're literally taking time away from my productivity. You've asked me for this. I equate it to a business dinner. If you asked someone on a business dinner or a business lunch, you would pay for it with your business card because you've taken that business person away from their workday for this rendezvous, right? So you put it on your business card. It can be boiled down to that transactional for me. So if you are taking time away from my schedule and you expect me to pay for your presence, then I can decide how valuable this time is to me. So I don't need to be here with you. I could be here with my friends. But
See, and I feel like this is why we have a gender war. This is what the modern day boss babe thinks like. They're both very attractive women. They both make great money. They're both 6-figure chicks. And yet these are the expectations that they have for men. You're talking about how valuable your time is. Like, I know damn well you're not going out with a brokey. I know you're not going out with a guy that also does not value his time. Where's the respect for the value of his time? She does not feel like y'all's time are equally matched. She feels like her time is more valuable than yours, and that's why she's putting a dollar amount on it. I also think it's very interesting that a modern boss babe who puts a dollar amount on her time, again, will be the first one that have issues as far as when a man asks, what value do you bring to the table? Or how can your child be an asset to me? And again, I know not all modern boss women think alike, but
even if he was like, let's split
Oh
it.
man, so much.
Even if he was like, let's split it. I'm like, I'm good. I personally am good. But none of this happens, and I just have to apologize to the girlies.
We're so sorry.
We're so sorry. I'm sorry. Sorry. I did not know this was a thing. I did not believe you, and I have to believe you, so I'm sorry.
so they're sorry. I'm sorry. I think the whole situation is just sorry. Please do let me know, like, are there expectations around men just paying for every single date up until the time that he's in a relationship with a girl? Women, is that the expectation for you guys, or after how many dates? Because I feel like the third date, I feel like that's fair at that point. You know what I mean? Like, you can already see that he's open and willing to take care of you, like they said, wined and dined, and now he's just wanting to see that reciprocated. Because as a modern boss babe, what else are you bringing to the table? But anyways, I've enjoyed this conversation. I hope you guys did too, and I look forward to speaking with you guys next time. Bye.